this video I'm going to show you how to make an invisible seam. And to do an invisible seam, it's probably better to use a yarn needle just slightly smaller than the one you normally would use. I normally use this one for worsted weight yarn, but I'm going to go down a needle size just because it'll hide your stitches better. Now, how do you thread such a needle when it's such a smaller needle size? Well, you can have the handy dandy needle threaders that are on the market, or you can do this. Fold the yarn over the eye of the needle, slide it out, and while you're still pinching yarn, wiggle, 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 and slide that eye of the needle over that fold, and then pull it through. And that's how you thread a yarn needle that's eye might be just a little on the smaller side. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to work as if you're lacing a pair of shoes, where you go under both and then you go into this one and that one and this one and that one, and you zigzag back and forth between the two squares. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to go in the back loop only, and I'm going to go into corner stitch in each of those and pull it up here. Now I am going to leave this tail hang, and I'm not going to loop it around because I'm going to want to pull that tight. I'll loop it around after I'm done. Okay, so now I'm going to go up behind the back loop on that one on the right, and then up and out from the back to the front on the left. Pull this down here, we can see better. Okay, and then go in the next one, from the back to the front in the square on the right, and then the back to the front in the next stitch on the left, and you do this the whole length of the seam. I'm going to turn it this way for this one. And then back to front. I don't want to split my yarn here. Back to front. Come on, Beth, you can get it in there. There we go. See why using the smaller needle might be helpful? There we go. As you can see, it's kind of looking like a braid or a shoelace type thing. We're only doing it with one. The shoelace you would do two ends. This one here we're only doing it with one end. It looks almost like a braid. Let's see. Okay, I have one more to do. The corner loop. And then the corner loop on this one. Okay, I'm going to take my needle off the thread there. Okay, you think, oh, that don't look invisible, but let's look what happens. Okay, I'm going to wrap my finger around each end like a piece of dental floss and pull. Pull, 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 pull. Take it this way. Now, you can see mine. But my red yarn I used is slightly bulkier than the yarn in my squares. But see that? You can hardly see that at all. And if you're using either the green or the white, well, it's cream, that is in this project, you wouldn't see that thread at all. And what you do with the ends is you hide the tails the same way you would when you finish a square. And you can go on the back and just draw it backwards through the other way. Now I'm going to be tearing this out, so I'm not going to lock that in. So yeah, you just take the end, overlap by a few stitches, and then cut it close to the work. And that is how you do that invisible join. Well, I hope this helped. Happy crocheting.